edition of News Review brought to you by Wisdom Yard Television. I am Odun, your Ileya. You know, this is a platform whereby you can get any information, the latest news that's actually going on in the country. I want to say a very big thank you to our sponsor, Nipa Abals, for always coming through for us. And today's news review, I will not be doing it alone. I am with...
I'm Rochime Origo, son of the prophetess.
Thank you so much for joining me in the studio to actually do the news review together. And our fans out there, we say a very big thank you to you. You know how we do on the show, bring to you news that made it to the top. We'll go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk on the one we feel we should talk about. But we will not be the only one talking. You can also drop your own comments in the comment section while we rub minds together. On Punch newspaper, appeal court throws out Ibeere suit against EFCC boss. Tinubu gets bill proposing return to regional government Friday. Oil mafia tried to stop our refinery, says Dangote. Obaseki using police to intimidate us, Edo APC petitions IG Senate. On Vanguard newspaper, we have World Bank announces $2.25 billion loan for Nigeria. Salah Rams, prices rise in Kano, buyers lament. Okonjo-Iweala is brilliant woman, worthy Nigerian ambassador, Tinubu. And on Daily Post newspaper, we have, your government perpetrates injustice, discrimination against Igbo, Edwin Clark accuses Tinubu. Tinubu appoints Yar'Adua's economic advisor as DG of Budget Office. Edo, Obaseki resigns from PDP. These are the news that made it to the top. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stop. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nipa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nipa. Nipa Herbal Mixture, your family's best bet.
With Nipa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nipa for management of power.
Come back from the short commercial break. That's our sponsor, Nipa. Nipa deals with Nipa Herbal Mixture, Herbal Cool, Herbal Tonic, Herbal Bitters, Herbal Energy Powder, and Herbal Flusher. Whichever you need, you can just send the DM or call the number 0701108549. You can also be a sponsor for this show, and you can also bring in your adverts. Let's make your product known to the whole wide world. The first one here says, appeal court throws out Ibeere suit against EFCC boss.
It's a welcome idea, because I don't know, you know, I always say, there's a saying that I always say that a clear conscience is no accusation.
Yes.
What is Ibeere doing in Haiti if he has no skeleton in his cupboard? I remember when Obasanjo was threatening Fayose that he's going to be arrested by EFCC, he's going to be arrested. The threat was so much to the extent in which immediately Fayose stepped down as the governor of Ondo State. He had to go and bought a shirt printed EFCC, here I come.
Yeah, because he knows that immediately after his tenure, he's gone. If he did not hand over himself.
He was the one that went to the EFCC office.
He even took Pillow along.
To surrender himself. So what is, if he has no skeleton in his cupboard, why is he running a tasketer?
He has skeleton in his cupboard.
I'm just saying that if he has nothing to fear, why is he running a tasketer?
That's what I'm telling you. He has something to fear. That's
why
he's running.
Yeah, they let him come out and face the law. When he was the governor of the state, can anybody practice what he practiced in the state? Nobody.
When the EFCC came to arrest him, and he was actually whisked away by Usman Ododo, that's the sitting governor of Kogi State, nobody actually charged Ibeere to court about that. But he is coming out to say the way EFCC came to arrest him, it is not according to what the law states. So therefore, I am charging Olukoyede to the court, and surprisingly, the court, I felt I was actually waiting in anticipation to see what the court's verdict will be, and for the first time, the court did not actually fall my hand. Because if you want to do it, he's an APC member.
You know, they have been fixed. I think this June 26 or 27 or so, where the man is going to be dragged out from his hiding. I believe they will smoke him out.
Why should we wait for that long?
They will smoke him out.
The Court of Appeal in Abuja Abuja on Thursday set aside the content proceedings instituted by the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Ibeere, against the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Nipa Olukoyede. In a unanimous judgment, the three-man panel of Justice A.M. Talba, Justice D.Z. Senchi, and Justice Joseph Oyewole set aside the proceedings. Justice Oyewole, while delivering the lead judgment, overruled the respondent preliminary objections, citing technicalities. The appellate court said the High Court judge failed to extend the orders of February 9, 2024 in its final judgment of April 17, 2024, adding that the second issue raised by the respondent on the interim order had become an academic exercise. The court awarded 1 million naira cost against the respondent. Recall that the appellate court had granted an ex parte motion for a stay of content proceeding filed against the EFCC boss by Bello. The Court of Appeal, presided over by Justice Oyewole, granted EFCC's application from a team of lawyers led by Jibrin Okutepa San to serve the processes in the appeal by substituted means on the former governor. Olukoyede was summoned to appear before the Kogi State High Court in May to show cause why he should not be committed to prison for disobeying its order following the siege laid at the former governor's Abuja home after the court ruled in favor of Bello in the fundamental human rights suit he filed before the court. That was the case that Bello actually filed against it. Then the EFCC boss, however, appealed the ruling of the trial court and sought a stay of the proceedings of the court. The Kogi State High Court based its ruling on the premise that the EFCC chair carried out some acts upon which day the EFCC had been restrained by the court on February 9, pending the hearing and determination of the substantive originating motion. It could be recalled that Justice I.A. Jamal, in a ruling on suit number 8CL/681M/2024 and motion number 8CL/190M/2024, ordered that the said act was carried out by the respondent EFCC in violation of the order, which was valid and subsisting when they carried out the act. The judge held the EFCC act amounted to contempt. EFCC operative had laid siege on the residence of the former. Then Justice Okutepa and Adam Osoge, ESK represented EFCC, while Victor Oni represented the responder. But right now, the result of everything that was done was that appeal court throws out Yaya Bello's suit against the EFCC boss. Yes. So now, the person that we're actually looking for right now is Yaya Bello, who is on the run.
If he knows what is good for him, he should come out to surrender himself. I
love your quote, clear conscience, first no accusation. So, Yaya Bello, wherever you might be hiding, you've actually whisked away 80 billion naira. And successfully, some money that you paid for your children's tuition fees has been recovered. They can still forgive you since the money has been recovered. But please come out of your hiding.
So wicked. And this man was one of those people that contested for the election, for the presidential election. If this guy, let me say this guy because
he's a guy.
He's a guy. If this guy have succeeded
in becoming the president of Nigeria,
what could have happened to the country?
Nigeria would have been sold.
What could have happened?
I already told you what
could have happened. And this same set of people were those people that say, okay, let the youth take over the affairs of the country.
Even this kind of person is like a slap to the youth in general, because I wouldn't call him an old man.
He's a young guy.
I would categorize him as a youth. So you coming out to do all this kind of atrocity, commit all this kind of atrocity is uncalled for. And you know, my question is, he knows that what he did was wrong.
Was very wrong, yes.
And he knows that at the end of his tenure, EFCC would actually come after him. Why not just surrender yourself?
You are hiding under a finger. In fact, the sitting governor of that state, if not for the immunity that is enjoyed,
he's supposed to be impeached.
He's supposed to be impeached. That the sitting governor.
It's like you are betting a criminal, which is not supposed to be.
I wonder why those youths in that state were so blindfolded to the extent of which they had the right to go and to protect their political master who comes around and give them 5,000.
We saw one yesterday that went viral when the man came home to share what happened to him.
They gave him the greatest beating of his life.
I think Nigerians are becoming wise every day.
If the rest of the state can emulate this, in fact, before you get to know, in this set of people, I believe when the man that was being emulated yesterday went back to his official duty, I believe.
But even till now,
he will be able to tell he will be able to tell his colleagues that things are not really going on.
Before he can actually come out to say he wants to tell his colleagues what he actually faced there, I think he will still be in the hospital actually taking treatment right now because the beating was just too much. World Bank announces $2.25 billion loan for Nigeria. Nigeria, my country. The World Bank, okay.
I thought the loan, the money
was for free.
Was just for free.
As per?
Not knowing, why is it the World Bank giving us loan to? Is it to stabilize the economy of the
Let's
nation?
Go.
Then who ordered for the?
Let's go into the details of
the loan.
The World Bank has approved 2 financing facilities of $2.25 billion for Nigeria to support the federal government's effort to stabilize the economy. The approval was announced in a statement entitled Supporting Nigeria's Homegrown Reforms, New World Bank Financing for Inclusive Growth and Revenue Diversification. The statement said, the World Bank has today approved 2 operations, $1.5 billion for the Nigerian Reform for Economic Stabilization to enable transformation, reset, development policy financing program, DPF, and $750 million for the Nigeria Accelerating Resource Mobilization Reform (AMOR) program for results, P4R. This combined $2.25 billion package provides immediate financial and technical support to Nigeria's urgent efforts to stabilize the economy and scale up support to the poor and most economically at risk. It further supports Nigerians' ambitious multi-year effort to raise non-oil revenues and safeguard oil revenues to promote fiscal sustainability and provide sufficient resources to deliver quality public services. Confronted with fragile economic situation, Nigeria recognized the urgency of changing course and embarked on critical reforms to address economic distortion and strengthen the fiscal outlook. Initial critical steps to restore macroeconomic stability, boost revenues, and create the conditions to reignite growth and poverty reduction have been taken. So they said the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has refocused on its core mandate of price stability and is tightening monetary policy, including by increasing interest rates as it's appropriate to reduce inflation. Wow. So a targeted cash transfer program is being rolled out to cushion the impact of high inflation on the poor and
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
You gave me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every You know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero, like Nipa.
After Nipa,
it is always Nipa.
Nipa for management of power.
You're welcome back from that short commercial break. So before we went on that break, we were talking about World Bank granting $2.25 billion loan to Nigeria.
My question is, when will Nigeria be free from debt? Because according to the campaign of the president, Emilokon, he said he's going to make sure Nigerians
is free from debt.
He's free from debt. Now, World Bank is offering us a loan that we didn't request for. I saw it in the newspaper. I think one of the newspapers, the Punch or the whatsoever, they had that the president is bidding for another $500 million loan from the World Bank to fix the rural roads. When are we going to be free from all this debt? And the way I sensed this, it was like there was a collaboration with the World Bank and some officials of the World Bank with Nigeria now. Maybe there's some interest gain which the World Bank is getting from the loan that they are giving to Nigeria.
There is one thing I've actually noticed about this, all this country and World Bank granting Nigeria loans. I think they see they granting us loan as a means of taking what we actually have. Because Nigeria is a place flowing with milk and honey. And not just the milk and honey that we leak in our mouth. I know the milk and honey of our mineral resources and all that. And if we fail to pay the loan that we actually take for them, they have other means of getting their money back. Money.
So I was so surprised. You see, when Dangote refinery was about to start operating, They said the crude oil we have in Nigeria has been exchanged with what they borrowed. That Dangote refinery cannot get crude oil from the NNPC. Sanusi said something on the live broadcast that yesterday that if you people like, you can also sack me. This is one of those things that he said in the past that made them to sack him from the office.
You can still remove me. I am still not shaking grounds on what I said.
That NNPC, who are they remitting to? Nobody has ever come out to know the amount of crude oil that we produce in a day, the amount of crude oil we sold out there, and what's the income, what are those things that Nigeria has been getting from the crude oil? Nobody has ever answered that question, even till date.
The last but not the least, oil mafias try to stop our refinery, says Dangote.
Well, there are some set of people in this nation that believe they are the one that
owns
everything in this nation. And once you are trying to fight them, they fight back.
Yeah.
And if care is not taking, you might end up ending your life.
You lose to them.
Lose your life. Now look at what happened to our refineries.
Not one, not two, not three.
The promises the so-called Buhari made before he was emerged as the president of the country was that he's going to fix this refinery. He's going to provide electricity, because I could remember one of his campaign promises in one of his campaign interview. When they were interviewing, he said, Jonathan said he spent billions of naira, trillions of naira on power.
Okay.
He said, where's the power now?
Where is the power?
Where's the power now?
I understand.
The Majorla said any government that cannot provide electricity for its people within the period of 6 months is not worth being in power. Fashola was there for good 8 years.
No power.
No power. I believe Fashola by now should cover his face with shame, because they are one of those people that run the affairs of the country. Maybe they don't know what they are going there to do. Maybe immediately after they got
there, they just know there is money in politics. They just know there is money.
Everybody was just venturing into politics.
Business.
Not considering what the masses are feeling about the style that you have been governing them.
The founder of Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, has revealed that both local and international criminal organizations, which he described as mafia, made repeated attempts to sabotage his $19 billion refinery project located in Lagos. Speaking at the meeting, Dangote likened the oil cartels to a mafia stronger than the drug mafia, hell-bent on maintaining their grip on the industry. Well, I know there would be a fight, but I didn't know that the mafia in oil, they are stronger than the mafia in drugs. I can tell you that, yes, it's a fact, he said. Dangote, who described himself as a fighter, said they tried all sorts to stop him, but I'm a person that has been fighting all my life. You know, so I think it's part of my life to fight, he said. He added, as a matter of fact, during the COVID period, some of the international banks really were looking forward to making sure that they push us into default of our loans so that the project will just be dead. And they didn't happen. That didn't happen with the help of banks like Afrexim Bank. Punch Online reports that Dangote also revealed that he has paid off $2.4 billion of the $5.5 billion borrowed for the Lagos-based refinery. Dangote also unveiled plans to diversify into the steel sector, aiming to utilize solely Nigerian product steel and achieve self-sufficiency. Dangote refinery recently rescheduled the launch of its petrol sales to July 10 to 15, pushing back its initial June targets due to minor logistical issues. So, nowhere is actually safe in Nigeria anymore.
Dangote, go and look the history of Dangote.
Dangote is coming out to tell us that he knows there is mafia, but he did not know this one's actually strong.
If he knows there is mafia, let's check his own background.
Yes, now.
Do you know how many people that import food products?
And all you just know is they are importing. You won't get anything again.
Many people are into that business.
Yeah, and I want mine to be known.
And Dangote wants his own to be known.
Yeah.
Where are those set of people? They are no longer in the business. What happened to their business? What happened to Ibeere Cement?
Nothing to be right.
That was given a license through ex-president Jonathan. When Buhari came on board, I believe Buhari and Dangote collided that they should withdraw the license of Ibeere. What happened to Ibeere today? Everybody in this nation, I believe,
Nigeria is just a survivor of the fittest.
When the wrath of God will come upon these so-called people that call themselves in Kaba in their different places, go and see what is going to happen. I believe God is still there on the throne. Nigeria
will work again. I believe that. And to be while I'm still living, while I'm still alive, I know Nigeria will work again. All right, thank you for joining us on today's news review. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on our X account, on our TikTok, on our Instagram. You can also join the WhatsApp community at Wisdom Yard Online TV. Thanks to our sponsor, Nipa. About to say very big thank you to you. I remember my humble self for joining you at Ileya. And thank you, Ambassador Radio Aritimi, for joining.
Thanks for having me.
So we'll come again on your screen on Monday. Be good and be fine. Happy Salah celebration in advance. Bye for now.